Hey guys, Wiregrass Pyro, and if y'all want to see what is inside of this TNT Fireworks Thunderbuster aerial assortment, just hang out and we'll go ahead and start opening her up together. Alright, as you can see, we have the TNT Fireworks Thunderbuster aerial assortment. Now, I have unfortunately never bought this assortment. I have tried to find many videos on this, but unfortunately, apparently they don't exist on YouTube, or I'm just looking in the wrong place, because I can only find the Safe and Sane variation of this assortment. Now, I did pick this assortment up for $100. It was $99.99. And just like all of our other videos, by the end of this one, we will have a total count of how many items are in this assortment, as well as price per item. And as always, we're going to count our morning glories right here that we have in the front. We have 2 sets as 1 item, but let's not drag this out any longer. Crack this thing open and see what we got on the inside. All right, guys, we have this open. And before we go ahead and actually start taking these items out, I just want to say to all of my subscribers and viewers that are watching these videos, I really do appreciate it. And you don't have to wait much longer for the demos of these assortments, because fortunately for the channel, we did get some rain last night. It actually rained all night last night and then all day yesterday for the most part. It got plenty of water saturation on the ground, so we'll be able to light these off very, very soon. So let's go ahead. We're going to start off, and we're going to go ahead and jump straight into these morning glories that we have right here in the front. And these are some more Safe and Sanes. And we have in this bundle, looks like we got about 6 of them on this one. And then on this next one, a little bit more. We have another, looks like another 6 that we got hanging out right there. So we'll just get those out of the way. Like I said before in my previous videos, these are Safe and Sane. So you can see right there, you can use these morning glories in your Safe and Sane only states. Push those over. And then we're going to go up to the top right here. And we have a very, very small TNT Blue Fury fountain. Now this is another Safe and Sane, as you can see right there. So this is another one that will probably be in the Safe and Sane variation of this assortment. Unfortunately, there's not much in the performance on this one, but rather small, probably just a filler item. So let's go ahead and push to the next one. And then we actually have 2 items that were sitting on top of each other. I didn't even know those were there. So let's go ahead and look at this one first. We have the 8-piece flashing fountain. Now, crackling strobe effects, so it just says flashing right there, but looking at the back, we got our performance. We got a little bit of crackling in this. These things are probably relatively small, but fortunately for us, as you can see, this is another Safe and Sane item for you guys that are in those states. And let's actually open these up. Yeah, these are really small, probably about 1 inch in height, little tiny stands that you can set them on the ground. I would probably lean these up against something or pinch them in between something. It gives you plenty of views to actually step back and watch these, and then it'll basically just do as it shows. It just crackles and strobes a little bit. So this is a nice little mix of filler items that they have in here so far. Definitely did not even think this would be sitting underneath that, but pretty cool, the 8-piece. So I mean, that in itself was definitely a nice little surprise. And then onto the other one that we pulled out, we have the Pyro Emission. This one shoots flaming balls, as well as, I got a little picture right there. It's probably nowhere near that. We don't have an actual count for how many are in here, so we'll go ahead and open this up. We'll get a count on at least how many tubes we got on the inside. I'd probably assume it'd be about 2 or 3 maybe. Looks like we have 2. As you can see right there, we got about a 1/4 inch, and then about a 1/2 inch maybe. So it's got some weight to it. Definitely surprising. I think that one actually performed pretty good. And then onto one of our next ones. We'll grab it from the back. We got some more of our classic ground balloon flower. Another Safe and Sane item for all those people that are looking for, you know, some Safe and Sane items. Unfortunately, you can't buy this assortment, but you can definitely look forward to these Safe and Sane items being in the actual Safe and Sane assortment version of this. Next, we have the TNT Yankee Doodle. This is a 6-shot. Definitely got some weight to it, so it was very, very bottom heavy. Let's see, just feeling that. Got about a 1/2 inch bore on there. Looks like each shot has its own individual tube, and it feels like it's a hollow center. Definitely got some weight. You can expect some decent breaks from this one. And then another one that we have up here at the top, we have another 6-shot. We have the Lit Magic, and looks like another one doesn't have a performance on there. It does shoot flaming balls, so I assume this would be about the same as that last one, that Yankee Doodle right there. We're gonna have one tube per shot for a total of 6. There's another one that's got some pretty good heft to it at the bottom, a little bit of weight. And then up to the top, this one is actually super light. This is incredibly light. It is a TNT's Jubilee. Fortunately, it does not have a description or a shot count, so I'm going to assume, we're going to open this up, but I'm going to assume it's probably a single shot if we are lucky. So let's go ahead and peel that back. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Like, this might be a single shot, little small, exclusive for this assortment. I guess we can call this a cake, more of a single shot tube. Not bad. Not expecting a whole lot from that one, but I guess we'll find out when we can actually get the demo for this assortment off. And then the next one is the TNT Zombie War. This one has a performance of a red tail up to red star and silver glitter. There's a picture right below the fuse, and it has colors included are red and white, so it's probably a silver. I have looked at this one. This one is another single shot. It's basically the exact same thing as the Jubilee, but this one, the Zombie War, is a single shot. Had a decent break on it. I was actually impressed for an assortment single shot, especially of this caliber, from this one. So definitely be looking forward to that one when we light this off. Up next, we have the 42 shot Red Stars Barrage. Now, I did look at some more of these from the last video, or last assortment that we opened up, and I think it was the Silver Stars Barrage. And this is actually more, I think I did say it was like a Roman candle. It's actually more like a color pearl, but with these ones being strictly red inside of this one, and then the silver, of course, being silver. And I think there's a green one out there. It might be in the next assortment that we open up. But it's pretty much the same that we saw in the last one. For just a 42 shot, red pearl is pretty much what we get out of that one. Up next, we have very, very heavy cake, extremely bottom heavy. We have the TNT Race. It is a 6-shot, and these bores, I'll actually show you these bores. These bores are a lot heavier than anything else we have pulled out of this assortment so far. Let's go ahead and get that peeled back. And as you can see, we have 6 individuals. They're each a 1/2 inch bore, and then a hollow center right there in the middle. So I'm definitely expecting a lot out of this one right here. So, all right, had to do a quick cut there. Unfortunately, I live pretty close to a road, so we can hear motorcycles and stuff coming by. I didn't want you guys to get drowned out by that. But next one, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into this one. This one's another extremely light one. TNT's Magic Dragon. Looks like we have red and gold colors, aerial display. It's a red tail up blast to brocade crown. Don't necessarily think the brocade is going to be a big brocade. As you can see, we got a picture of it right there of the crown itself. I unfortunately don't think that this is going to have a very ooh and ah brocade to it. I could be wrong, but we'll go ahead, and it looks like it's a single shot tube right there in the middle. I'm gonna say it's probably surrounded by a cardboard spacer like all the other ones have been. But yeah, that's what we got. It looks about a 3/4 inch bore on this one. So this is more likely going to be another single shot that we got. Like I said, I'm not expecting a whole lot out of this one. It is super light, so the brocade effect is probably going to be very, very low and limited. Up next, we have a very light 6-shot TNT Sapphire Explosion. Now you can see the bore size on this. It's probably about a 1/2 inch. Unfortunately, we have one tube that's canted out to the side. Before we shoot that, we're going to end up having to straighten that out, hopefully, and not, twist a fuse or snap a fuse off. But looking at this one, I already know which one this one is. This is a 6-shot mine cake, so this is strictly mines. There's no report onto it. Goes about, I'd probably say 20 foot in the air. Actually a really cool cake. I really like mines. For those of you that are kind of wondering for similar performance, it's kind of a scaled down version of the all mine 200-gram cake, but that's pretty much what we can expect out of that. It's just 6 mine shells. This would probably be really good to be paired with one of these, single shots right here. Light it off at the end. Start this in first, and then light off one of these single shots towards the end of it. And then up next, you guys probably remember this one, our super heavy, a 13-shot Blazing Skies. And of course, the performance is the same as it was in the Super Assortment. 13 shots of red tail up to red stars. I have shot this one once. I was actually kind of impressed with the color of red, like I said before. Probably, other than the festival balls right here, probably the absolute best cake that is going to be in this assortment. And then next we have another set, just as we did in the Super Assortment, of the festival balls. So let's go ahead and get that open for you guys. And it is a 100% identical box of the festival balls. I know last time I showed you guys this, just another cardboard tube, and I'm not sure if you guys can see down there or not. You can see the plastic plug at the bottom, which is actually just the base right here with these 4 staples. Again, I don't suggest ever reusing these. Just use this tube for these 6 shots, and then throw this away. That's pretty much all you're going to get. It's not a reusable tube. We don't necessarily need to go over these effects because we kind of did last time, but there is a picture of them, so just kind of lower the performance. It's not going to be as big as this, but you'll have your red, your green, and your silver to match the color of your strings at the top. So let's go ahead and cover that one up, and then we'll get to one that we haven't looked yet on this channel, the assorted artillery shells. Basically the same thing as the festival walls, but these ones have a rising comet tail with them. So we'll go ahead and get this one opened up as well so you guys can actually see this. And just as we had in this other box over here, we do have another cardboard tube. This is easily a 1.75. These shells actually might be a little bit wider. Let's go ahead and compare that real quick. So we have the tail on the right, and then the regular festival walls on the left. And as you can see, these ones right here on the right are definitely a lot wider. So I expect a much bigger break than these ones here. These ones are more towards the 1.5 range for size, and then these ones are more towards the 1.75 for the bore size, for the diameter of them. But we have some different colors over here. So we have a red, we have a blue, we have a multicolor, so we probably got a multicolor shot in there. And then we have a green and a white, and then there's also a black one down there at the bottom. See if we can look at this and see what we got. So we'll have our red will be there, and then our blue, I'm assuming, is probably going to be these two. We have a green there, and then the silver will be our white one. And then our multicolor will be this right here, and then it looks like the black one right here at the bottom is probably going to be our crackling report with the rising tail right there. So definitely I think these will be a pretty good box of 6, and I think these ones would definitely be worth shooting off. I'm actually kind of excited to shoot these off. Now, I did say that we would get a count on these, so we'll go ahead and we'll count these up real quick, and then we'll do our closing remarks on what we think about this actual assortment in a second. All right, guys, we went ahead and counted these. We got this shoved back into the box. Now, I did my count. I did count the Morning Glories as one item. I counted each box or each set of festival balls as one item. I counted all of the flashing fountains up at the top as one item, and the ground blooms up there at the top as one item as well, for a total of 17 items at $5.88 per item. So we might as well round that up and say $6 per item on this after tax and everything equivalent. Now, with this assortment, unfortunately, we're going to have to criticize this one a little bit. I don't necessarily know if anything from here up is actually going to be worth it. I did like the safe and sane items that we had lining the top. We don't necessarily need any more morning glories. We have too many of these as it is already with the last few assortments. But then some of these actual aerials are pretty light, so I don't see a major report coming off of them. The Blazing Skies I think is cool, but the fact that this is a repeat item from one of their lower assortments, I think they could have put something else in here other than this. The Sapphire Explosion, I think that's more of a filler, to be honest, with it only being a 6-shot mine cake. And then everything that is a safe and sane is a filler as well. But if I had to say the best items in here, I'd probably say the Yankee Doodle 6-shot, the Lit Magic 6-shot, the Red Stars Barrage, and the Race are probably the best items in this assortment other than the Festival Ball set. So let me know what you guys think down below. And as always, practice safe fireworks and have a blast.